Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Encounters, the UFO, spiritual UFO talk show, Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. And as you can see, this is our new background on Encounters. We welcome everybody to the show. And if you've never been on Encounters, you are on Encounters. Normally, we're late night. We're here this morning. It's about 9:30. We'll be on here till 10:30 for one 1 hour broadcast. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. As a lot of the so-called TikTok UFO things have disappeared, the one thing constant is CmdrAleon and Encounters. Encounters is a spiritual UFO talk show. I'm also on radio on WESU-FM Pacifica Radio for over 20 years, providing discussions with people, disclosure, UFO sighting news on my radio show, and Ashtar Command information. This show is a TV show, and you are the audience. Thank you, Johnny Miller. Yep, we're taking some stuff today. We took it last night. It's a tonic. It's all vegan infused. So yeah, we're doing good. Yoli, welcome to the show. Everybody out there. And we want to hear your stories. We want to thank everybody over the weekend who joined us on Sunday morning for our special broadcast we did regarding the Middle East. We thank everybody for doing that with us. If you missed it, it'll be on YouTube. I haven't posted it there yet, but we will be posting it. And so we thank everybody. G, good to have you with us. And my co-host, he's under the weather. I got his message. It seems like everybody's getting a little bit of something around there. But we are here. We are certainly here with you. I hope you like the new background of our TV program. I want to thank James for creating the new background for the show. We'll be using this from now on for the morning. And if, when we're on late night, of course, we'll be using it. And so a lot's been going on. Stacy, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Please share and like. Like I said, we'll be on till about near 10:30 for 1 hour this morning. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I'm sounding a lot better. Beyond the medication of, the tonic was the best thing. The vegan mixture of tonic really is doing the job. I have a whole nother bottle. I have to drink the whole bottle. So I've been doing is drinking it and drinking some apple cider with the tonic. So it's real spicy. So it hits hard, but it cleans out the system. I don't remember what's called exactly what's in it, but it's all natural. So it's good to be here. My consciousness is clear as can be. And if you're new to the show, we like to talk about with our guests their encounters, their experiences, visitations with the space people. Jamie, welcome all the people coming in here. Mellow Mel, Narubu, good to have you. Sharita Hardy, welcome. And as we get into the show this morning, we're just glad to be here. We've been on TikTok since late last year, I think, is when I started going into it. And I think early that year, like January or something, I don't remember, we finally reached the 1,000 point. And for a while, we were just hanging out with people, making new friends, on TikTok with people that we kind of gravitated towards. Then we finally figured out what we wanted to do here. And I said, this place is void of an actual talk show, a real talk show on UFOs. Granted, there were things I was saying about UFOs, but there was nothing like a talk show, right? And I've always done talk shows. So I said, you know what? I will do a talk show that will bring people in to talk about disclosure, UFOs, crop circles, the Sasquatch, if they wish to. And I've found it to be amazing. So many interviews with people that have had encounters and, with beings right in their home. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Meeting people that have actually had ET orbs that appear. So many amazing people here, What makes it amazing is you. You are the amazing people. I always believe in whatever I do media-wise, that it's the people out there that are amazing. Their stories are amazing. And when people have the strength and the guts to come out and say, you know what, this happened to me. I've been watching you for a while here on TikTok. I finally had the courage to come on and talk about my visitation. I love that. Orb lives matter. Yes, Game Vet. Absolutely true. Hey, Late Freight Trucker. Late Freight Trucker, I know you wanted to come on the other day, so we want to bring you on. Late Freight Trucker, anyone who was not able to get on the other day or whatever, please, definitely would love to have you on here. Frodo the Freak and Sheila joined. Frodo the Freak and Sheila. Wisdom Keeper, good morning. So, as you can see, the name of our show, if you're new, is Encounters. This is the official UFO talk show on TikTok. And I say official, because it is. The official spiritual UFO talk show, where we actually get into what's going on. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's share. Hey, Frodo the Freak, good to have you with us. I like that name. We're gonna have to follow you. I will never ask any of you. Okay, so we're definitely following you, Frodo. Follow us back. Yeah, okay. Ye Egal, the extraterrestrials didn't let people on TikTok. The extraterrestrials didn't let people on TikTok. Yes, they do. You know how many extraterrestrials in human form are on TikTok? Many, many more than you think. In the human form. Frodo is my bird. I'm Sheila. Nice to meet you, Sheila. So, Sheila, have you had any encounters? Anybody out there have any encounters? You want to talk about it? This is a safe place to come on my show and talk about your UFO sightings. Golden Kim, good morning. TJ Fuguam, I think it is. TJ Fuguam. Good morning, TJ. So we are inviting people to share their stories. Good morning, Kelly. Joe, good morning. I believe in other beings is very intriguing subject. Well, I'm glad you're here. And yeah, let's see here. Am I following you? Yeah, Agul, I'm going to follow you. Please follow me back. Follow me back. We just followed you. Everyone follow everybody else. This is what I like to do on my show. I like to encourage people to encourage others in a positive way on my UFO show to follow each other. Hey, Michael Rose, good morning. EP77, morning, Orion Starseed. Enjoying your show. Thank you. EP77. As a matter of fact, good morning, Michelle Rose. EP77. We're going to invite you on here. I'm interested to know how you realized you were an Orion starseed. See, we do talk about these things. We talk about the spiritual aspects of ufology. We talk about people's awakening starseeds. So I'd like to hear your story. Now, we can get you on here with audio because you're over 200. So if you decide to take my offer and come on, everybody here would love to hear your story. I would too. I'm very interested to find out how people awaken to the fact, in this case, you're an Orion starseed. I think that's pretty cool. Can you send me another invite? Okay. Yep. I just sent it to you now. All you've got to do is press the accept button and I'll have you on here live. Our first guest of the morning. Normally my show's on at 11 p.m. at night. Hey, EP77, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? I know you're pressing buttons, but if you talk, we'll hear you. Turn your volume up. I don't know what's happening. EP 77. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now we hear you. So welcome to Encounters. This is our morning show. We're normally on at late night at 11 p.m. on TikTok. I'm very interested. Can you tell us where you are? Did you have any encounters? How did your whole awakening process happen?
I started receiving downloads and I started astro traveling.
And when did you start doing astro traveling? That's interesting.
Last March, I astro traveled to the moon, met ancestors to give me guidance for my starseed journey, and I also witnessed some disturbing things. But
Yeah.
Joel Osteen and the Pope were on the moon, and they were being punished for their Luciferian stuff. Back in March, I astro traveled and watched them, and the angels made them sit there and watch souls come in that had been killed and meet their guides before their next reincarnation. And Joel Osteen was just sitting there playing like a baby.
Joel Osteen. So EP 77, when, as you were growing up as a child, did you awaken? Because for me, in the 1960s, predating the internet and TikTok, I had encounters with people that were space beings. I went upstairs, my brother were downstairs, and for some unknown reason, I went upstairs and went to my brother's room, not my own room. His room was bigger. Not that makes any difference. I opened the wooden shade. It's night, and there's a spaceship, a saucer type ship, with men, women, and children in it, and there was the energy light or something in the middle, and I was watching it, and they were communicating telepathically with me, and that was probably my first awakening. I mean, that's a major to have that happen when you're a kid, preteen. I went downstairs, I was all excited. I wanted everyone to come upstairs. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll come up." Nobody comes up. I go back. The ship is still hovering right almost at ground level. And it was there probably if I had to gauge it, it could have been there for way longer than I was looking at it, because I didn't stay. You think I would have, maybe gone outside, or I was just hypnotized looking at this craft. And this is before all the internet and hype and everything, and before all this internet stuff happened. Yeah, so I'm telling you, that's based on what you're saying. I had a real experience with the ETs. They're men and women, very beautiful beings, very much of light. So when year did you actually awaken?
March this year.
March.
I haven't had any.
March this year.
I haven't met any aliens yet. I haven't met any extraterrestrials yet.
Guys, can you hear me okay? This is Nick Martell, Editor-in-Chief for Techno Warriors TV. How are you doing today?
Hey, we're also bringing Techno Voyage. Good to have you on. Welcome to Encounters, the UFO talk show. I'm CmdrAleon, the host.
Alexa, off.
What?
Oh, no, I was just telling my Alexa to turn off BBN radio.
Okay.
So I'm the Editor-in-Chief, and we cover the latest technology and pop culture, including extraterrestrial and paranormal stuff. We interviewed people who've had abductions, UFO sightings. We've interviewed paranormal teams. We've interviewed MUFON members. We've interviewed people who've been possessed, abducted, who've had UFO hauntings, everything. So tell me a little about your talk show.
My show, I've done radio for years. I'm on radio now. I'm on NPR radio out of Connecticut. I do a show called The Cosmic Eye every Sunday morning, 11:30 to 1. It's a UFO related show, also called Ashtar Command Radio. I do my show here, which is really popular, and I've done this for about probably a year. I came on TikTok late last year because people told me you got to get on there, Commander, get on to TikTok. So I did, and we just strictly focused on ETs, UFOs. I'm seeing some feedback. Let me put my headphones on. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, it's really the voice feedback and a bit of a voice
Yes,
feedback.
so we definitely focus on the ET realm. And, we've done this for a long time. So if people are coming on and they're not telling us the truth, they'll be zapped out of here. But, for the most part, we've had many people come on air talking about visitations in their houses by different types of beings. Some have been translucent. Some have been, let's see, what's the word for it? Some have been very human like us, all different types of beings. So, but a lot of people sharing UFO sightings. You have people go live with me here and we'll see UFOs or spaceships, and we'll do like a live event where they'll come on and we vector in the spaceships right on the show. So we're very different than the typical UFO show.
So, question: are you affiliated with the Mutual UFO Network or MUFON?
No, I'm not affiliated with anybody. My personal thing is I'm very media oriented. My whole background is media. I used to do a thing called the Intergalactic TV Network. And but my real passion is doing these interviews with people, and that's what I've been doing. I do it on radio for 20 years. I took the radio concept, and I looked at there was people doing stuff on UFOs here, but they weren't doing a talk show. So I said, you know what? Someone needs to organize a talk show that's real, and that's what I did. And
so kind of like the Art Bell thing, kind of like Art Bell's Coast to Coast.
Well, people think it's like that. I have some people that I might remind them of Art Bell, but more of a spiritual Art Bell in a sense. I've had my own experiences over the years. I've had many sightings. I've had encounters. So I'm the kind of talk show host that can relate to a person that says I've had visitations. I take the UFO subject beyond nuts and bolts. I take it to a whole other level beyond, anyone can see a UFO. But I get into the spiritual aspect. I get into who are they. I get into people. What is your experience? Did they come into your house? Were you taken on their ship? I really get into the core. I talk about chronicles. We get into Sasquatch. We cover the whole aspect that's related to the subject.
Now, do you think we should add Sasquatch and Bigfoot encounters and sightings to our show? Since we care, because we interview, like on our YouTube channel, Techno Warriors TV, we interview people who've had UFO sightings, alien encounters, abductions. We've interviewed people who've been haunted, possessed. We've interviewed paranormal teams and all that stuff. Should we add?
You go into for what you're doing. You're going into a lot of different areas, whereas for me, I'm very specific about staying out of everything other than what I'm here to do, which is to enlighten people about the star people. We don't call them aliens. We call it, in the media, we've had this perception from Hollywood that they're aliens or they're movies about aliens. But there really are no aliens. They're actually non-terrestrials would be the terminology to use, but it's going to be hard to transfer people's thinking from aliens to non-terrestrial. Non-terrestrial can be angelic, could be star beings, could be translucent beings, can be ET orbs. But when you're doing, in your case, I think what you're doing is you're covering a whole lot of paranormal things, including the subject. For me, I'm just strictly focused on, I do understand what you're doing. It's great. I just do one whole area, which is strictly the whole UFO thing.
Oh, that's cool. And then I do extraterrestrial and paranormal stuff. So I cover...
Oh, you do both?
Yeah.
And on YouTube, you have a YouTube channel. How long have you been on YouTube?
Okay, so we've been on YouTube since like 2011. I came into the picture in 2016, just starting out, just minor and stuff. And then I started doing interviews in 2017, and then started getting bigger and bigger and bigger with video reviews of technology and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we really dive into the reviews, like the interviews, until like 2018, 2019. But the great YouTube crash in 2021 deleted a lot of interviews that we did have.
Really?
But we did, yeah. If you remember the great YouTube crash of 2021, remember when everybody lost a lot of their videos?
Oh, yeah.
When YouTube servers hit the bed? Well, our channel got hit really hard, and they just had a crash this year, which it was a smaller crash, but we still lost quite a bit. But the
Yeah.
good thing is, just recently we uploaded a brand new interview, the alien abduction and UFO sightings of Gray Graham, which is our newest interview. And then one of our interviews, this is very historical for our channel, MUFON. If you ever heard, are you familiar with MUFON? You ever heard of him?
Oh, you kidding me? Movement's been around even before the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know, field investigator Jesse Peak, he just surpassed 10,000 views on our channel for an interview. He's actually sitting at 1,300 likes. He's actually going to hit 12,000 views, which is absolutely stupidly insane for our channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I woke up to that, and I woke up to one of my employees calling me on Discord, and he goes, Nick, you need to check. You need to get on right now. I'm like, dude, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, goes, you need to check. You need to check Jesse Peak's interview. I'm like, why? You just broke a channel. MUFON just broke the channel. I'm like, okay. I go look at the channel, and Jesse Peak's sitting at just under 11K views and 1,300 likes. I'm like, oh my god, MUFON did surpass it. I kind of had a prediction MUFON would surpass this, and I think we're gonna just get more abductee interviews, which is gonna be awesome. It's so awesome to have people on our channel because I like doing it energetically. I don't like it doing super boring where you could actually just sleep to it.
Right.
And
Right.
it
And I'll tell you, everything is a synchronicity. I've had people, a lot of not top known people, come here, found my broadcast early in the year. They said, "Oh, this is interesting." And my YouTube channel, before Google took it over, had a lot of followers on it and a lot of people. And then it got all messed up with the Google thing. But I am very active on my YouTube now. But I haven't done any live stuff there yet because I'm really focused on here. I do transfer all my broadcasts from the encounters on YouTube so people watch them. And I'd be interested in you collaborating with me to have me on YouTube. If you want to do an interview with me exclusively, I can tell you some stories.
Oh, bet. Dude, that'd be so sick. Now, have you been abducted as well, too, or just had the encounters?
Well, so here's a teachable moment. Don't focus on abductions. Try to also include people that have had positive contact. So the word abduction could be misused. So, for example, a person tells you, well, they've been abducted by ETs and they were taken to some planet and they were treated well. That would not be an abduction. That would be a contactee experience. So, I mean, probably, when you say I've had a lot of people on who've been abducted, have they really been abducted or were they invited and contacted and taken somewhere? So
Oh,
you might
God,
want to,
I never knew it that way.
yeah, it's very different. A contactee is not an abductee. And a true abductee is someone who is taken without being given a choice. A contactee is somebody who's visited and they have communications with an extraterrestrial being and they say, would you like to, we'd like to have you come with us on our ship. We're going to planet X, Y, or B. We want to show you some things and give you a message for your planet, like Earth. So that would be a contactee. An abductee is someone who traditionally is taken. If you've seen documentaries on cable, they'll sometimes exploit it to an area where it shouldn't be. But, someone who's been abducted is someone who is taken and they're not given a choice to leave their home. The famous abduction case was by a woman. Her name was Linda. She was in New York. I forgot the year. Bud Hopkins wrote a book about it. And she was taken out of her apartment complex in a very high apartment building into a flying saucer. They abducted her, these particular ETs. So that would be an abduction. That abduction is a forced situation. A contactee, and I've had many contactees in my show, they are not abducted. They'll talk about a beautiful experience. The ETs, the space beings come in their room. They can just beam right in or appear. And they're men and women, and they'll have conversations and share information. And in that case, the contactee is connected with that specific planetary system they come from. An abductee might have a connection with the abductors, which are ETs of a lower vibration. But normally, if they're abducted, they're being abducted for their DNA, because the lower vibrational ETs have lost their human essence, which they once had. So they're trying to get that from the human DNA to reconstruct their DNA system. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, do you think there's also hostile ETs?
There's not so much hostile ETs as there are lower vibrational beings. When I say lower vibrational, they're not necessarily hostile. They lost their emotional abilities to be emotional, to be sensitive. They have an ability to communicate quietly and telepathically, but they're a lower frequency. They would be called a third dimensional, kind of advanced third dimensional ability to travel here, come to Earth, go back to their planetary system. But in a higher vibrational pattern, you're dealing with beings that are of what we call spiritual light or Christ consciousness. So when we talk about Christ consciousness being, we're not talking about earth-based religion. We're talking about beings that operate in a mode of Christ consciousness or cosmic Christ consciousness. Those beings come here to assist the planet. Those beings are reaching out to individual humans that have connections with their planetary system. So that when star beings come to Earth, they have connections to us. There might be a star being or a star group that has connections to you individually, and you don't even know it yet. But the only way you're going to know it if you take time to meditate. And I teach people one thing beyond doing the TV show is I teach people how to connect with their star family. Outside of my love for what I do here, it's really important for people that are open to it to teach them the differences in frequency, vibrational patterns, and how to connect to the star family. The star family is basically your non-biological family. So just to explain that to people like yourself and others, you say, what does he mean by star family? It means that you have another family beyond your mother and father, your brother and your sister that are beyond this earth. They come from a very high vibrational pattern. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now,
There you go.
dude, thank you so much for having me on your radio show. It has been a blast. You should totally check out our channel, and I'd love to. And DM me in the comments. You can actually add me on Skype. Do you use Skype at all?
I don't Skype. I'll direct message you here on TikTok.
Yeah, because we use. You ever heard of Discord?
Yeah, I don't really use the Discord. I'm familiar with the name of it. Yeah, I've not really used it.
Oh, it's actually really, really easy to download and making an account. And dude, because there you can make your own Discord for your radio show, and you will get tons of people in the UFO and paranormal community.
Interesting.
Yeah,
We'll
dude,
take
just
some time.
yeah, dude, and I'll show you how to do it. And then I would love to have you on their show. What's the name of your radio show?
My radio show is called The Cosmic Eye, Ash Tarkarman Radio. I do that for 20 years. It's on WESUFM.org Sunday mornings. Here on the East Coast. We're in Connecticut, so we're on 11:30 to 1 for about an hour and a half for about 20
Oh,
years.
because usually on Sundays I'm either asleep or I'm at the shelter. So it's like, yeah, Sundays I'm usually vibing and relaxing, but I can tell that I won't be vibing and relaxing anymore because I'll be super busy with interviews. It is crazy. I believe that we're just gonna get more people out there, and I do you think we're gonna have to? Do you think we're gonna have full disclosure?
I'll explain to you something. We have a person. She's very busy right now, but we have a person that's a dear friend of our show. She's in the Department of Defense. She has high security clearance. She's been very busy. Recently, has not been able to come on the show. I will share this with everybody because I shared it before. I've been consistently with the information. I think it's very accurate. I think it's going to happen sooner than later. It's not going to happen from the government or the DoD directly. They're hustling around now to deal with it, but they have not yet come out and said anything. That's why they formed their UFO group in the Pentagon. In terms of contact, it's going to happen regardless of what people think. The spiritual beings, what I call the star people, they are here now. When I say here now, they're all over the planet. They have ships that are what we call cloaked. They use cloaking mechanisms. They can appear and disappear at will. They can be all over the planet right now. You won't even see them unless you are at that vibrational pattern. So let me say this right now to everybody. And this question's been asked of me before about disclosure. Even though our DOD contact's not here, my information comes direct. And my DOD contact would agree with me if she was on here with what I'm going to say. We are, and they are doing radar tracking. The Department of Defense has radars that are tracking large fleets right now. And if she comes on, she'll confirm this with me. There are large fleets. These fleets come from very far away from Earth. These fleets encompass galactic beings from other planetary worlds. These fleets, if you stay here and watch this, I'll give you some information, folks. These fleets are coming here to assist humanity. The time for contact, and I'm always somewhat conservative when I say this over the years, I don't read into anybody's channelings. I don't watch anybody channel anything. I don't care about those people that every year they say, we're with you. Don't go by channelings. My information is telepathic. I've been a telepathic communicator with a being called Kadar Manka, who's real, who's on a spaceship above the Earth. And I've been communicating with him for years, before there was any internet. And I can tell you, if you're willing to listen out there, that we are going to have contact. And there's no excuses your mind can make for you. Now, the human mind will make excuses saying, I don't think it's happen. It can't happen, right? But it is going to happen. It's not going to happen 10,000 years from now. It's not going to happen 1,000 years from now. It's not going to happen 5,000 years from now. It's not going to happen 10 years from now. Excuse me, just came over cold. It's not going to happen 10 years from now. It's going to happen now. We're living in a time period. When I say now, that doesn't mean this year. That means now. What's now mean? Within the next 3 years. By 2027, and there are sightings all over the world. What people are recording on video, whether they're recording it and sending it to MUFON, or whether they're recording it and putting on Reddit, or whether they're recording it or putting it somewhere on Twitter, what used to be Twitter, or on YouTube, whatever it is. People are recording things they've never seen before. Now, all granted, a lot of people are mistaking Starlink for being UFOs, and they're not. A C5. You know what C5 is, Techno? It's a C5 observer. So I'm trained in observing. We have a group here, an Astro Command C5 group with Stephen Greer. If you've heard of Stephen Greer, we use his application, and we go out. We have a group. It's been kind of weird weather-wise, but we go out in Connecticut, and we've had sightings all the time. We communicate. We use telepathy and meditation, following Stephen Greer's meditation app. You should download his app when you're not doing your thing on YouTube. Get a group of people together and go out to it. It's called the CE5 app. C like in Charlie, E Echo 5.
Okay,
it's
that
like
will be
$10.
That will
download
how much
it.
Is it?
It's like $10. That's it.
Okay, so that will be our next app review. We actually did a video review of the official MUFON app, but we actually review his app. And right now, I think I'm gonna need that. I think I'm gonna need that 12 terabyte hard drive.
And to review the C5 app, you're gonna actually get a group together, read the introduction, learn how to use it, and I guarantee you'll have your own contact with let's say, spiritual beings on spaceships. They'll appear. The ships will appear.
I think I'm gonna need a bigger hard drive.
Yeah. So you put the app on your phone.
Oh no! I'm talking about all the videos that we're gonna be doing because it's crazy because I filled up even I've had interviewees tell me, kid, you're gonna need a bigger drive. I'm like, oh no worry, I'm probably gonna go pick up a 12 terabyte drive. I won't run out of storage with that. Yeah, and then also, I would love to have you on our show. So it'll be the I think I'm going to do the abduct. Now, so you've had encounters, not like contacts or abductions,
Right.
right?
So again, like I said earlier, there's a difference between the definition of an abductee and a contactee. This is a teachable moment for everybody out there who has no real knowledge of it. And I don't assume everybody here knows that, but there are people in my audience that know what the difference is. An abductee, again, for new people, is someone that, if you read Bud Hopkins, any of his books on hypnosis, with people that have been abducted, those would be abductees. Read some Bud Hopkins material. He's really good at what he's done. Um, I would also suggest that if you want to learn about contactees, people with positive experiences, on my show here, interviews I do with people, we have contactees right on the show. There are people watching this right now that have been contacted. I have a lot of people that watch this show since I started late last year that are contactees. They have contact with positive beings. So if you want to hear stories from people here,
Oh wow,
uh, my nighttime show usually is when I do my show. I'm trying to do some morning shows during the daytime too.
that's only, and it's like that's only if I'm not. That's not if I'm here at the office. I'm at the studio because
Right.
usually sometimes I'm mainly roaming the streets of Sandy or Midvale or Salt Lake. But if I'm over here, and yeah, I'd be totally down. And I decided to put you on the schedule for an upcoming interview. If you're down, if you're down for an
I'm down
interview.
for it. Yeah, I'd be happy to do a YouTube interview with you. And, I'm happy that you came on here too. I've had other people from TV studios come on here. They're very interested in what I'm doing. So yeah, I'd be happy to do
But
it.
do you want to know how fast our turnaround time is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay, so like because of my health and stuff, and my cancer and stuff, it's been
Oh,
videos can get really delayed. But
yeah.
if my body's not giving me trouble that day, if it's not being a jerk, I've had videos up within 2 to 8 hours.
Oh, great. By the way, I'll send you some light there. I hope your cancer goes away. I didn't even know you had it.
Yeah, it's really annoying because the throwing up and the weak, and, dude, it's you connect okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still hearing you.
Okay, I'm trying to get my chat back. My chat just disappeared. Thing. Okay, why?
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Go
why
ahead.
is TikTok? Why is TikTok so buggy? I mean, I've never seen an app so broken.
It gets crazy once in a while on here. Sometimes it does things that are weird. Other times it's fine. Like for me right now, it's working well. I got my earbuds on, so yeah. I have
And
no
so
problem hearing
what
you.
I probably will have you do is download Skype because it is the perfect. It is the program that we use for interviews.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it just works really well. And then you'll actually get your own little thumbnail. Okay. And then I think you'll have two interviews. One will be about your TV show, your radio show, and then one will be about it'll be the alien encounters and UFO sightings of your first name or whatever name you want to use. And so you have
Yeah,
two videos.
I go by CmdrAleon. That's actually my name off planet. My actual ET name is Aleon. Commander is only used because the word commander means I command my own spirit, my own cosmic spirit. It has no military meaning whatsoever.
Wow. So no worries
Hey,
because
Zudicus.
ladies and gentlemen, I've got a SN570 1 terabyte SSD, and I have another 1 terabyte SSD. I've got a 2 terabyte external portable hard drive SSD thing, and so I don't think I'll be running out of space. And I've got
Mm-hmm.
2 terabytes of cloud storage, so I think we're good there.
All right. Well, you know
Um,
what? I want to thank you for coming on here, and I'll direct message you on here on TikTok.
yeah, if I don't respond, it just means I'm busy or I'm busy. I'm like busy trying to make money, trying not to freeze to death and crap, or
Yeah,
I am busy doing an interview or editing.
yeah,
But if you can,
absolutely.
yeah, if you can download Skype sometime and then add me Techno Warriors TV, and we'll talk on tickety talk.
Cash out the money inside.
Oh, hold up.
Inside.
Oh boy. Excuse me, folks. We're just getting over the tail end of a cold we've had since last. Oh, all right. Well, Techno, thank you for being here. We'll contact you, man. We're here till about near 10:30 on the East Coast. Good morning, everybody. Observing reality. Well, that was interesting. We're going to do an interview with Techno on his YouTube channel. That'll be very interesting. We're happy to do it. And if you'd like to be on the show and be interviewed right now, we still have time for a few more interviews till before 10:30 on the East Coast. This is CmdrAleon, the host of Encounters, the TikTok UFO talk show. Hey, good morning, Victoria. I could be very flexible and just pick somebody out. Yes, it will be. Who should I interview now? I'm in the mode of just pulling somebody out on here. So it could be next. I could be just taking you by surprise, Who do I want to bring on here next? I'm going to pick somebody. I'm definitely going to do this. Beware, the commander is here. I'm going through. I'm picking Late Freight because Late Freight came on the other night and we didn't get a chance to have him on. Late Freight, if you're there, we're having you on. Commander, can I come up and talk real quick? Cat Mama, yes. You can, Cat Mama. This is Encounters, the UFO talk show on TikTok. Normally at night, I'm actually being able to talk a lot better now, The other couple of days I was off here. Hey, Cat Mama.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you, Blue. We like our haircut.
Commander, I just wanted to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube and remember when we were talking about the sightings down in Peru?
Yeah.
I saw a documentary. There was a guy who went down to that village and he interviewed a lot of the villagers and I just wanted to let you know that what you said about it, he confirmed. Because I remember you said that you thought that it was government officials affiliated with non-terrestrial beings, and he basically said the same thing. He said the exact same thing that you did, and I just want to let you know that I have to find the link. It's on YouTube, and I'll send it to you. It was a very good documentary, but I just wanted to let you know that you called it and this man confirmed it.
That's what we do here. I appreciate you confirming what I said was true because I don't like to give misinformation. I don't even remember. All I remember is that whenever I look at something or hear something or see something, I get information, as you know, because you've watched my show. And I can only give people the cosmic information that's true. I had no inside contacts. I knew that what I was getting was absolutely what was real.
Yeah, he totally confirmed that exactly what you said, that it's government officials with re-engineered technology and they were in cahoots with some kind of non-terrestrial beings to basically just, like you said, scare these people and have some kind of agenda. And I'm going to find it on YouTube and I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah, as we're talking about this, Cat Mama, and I do remember that's what the agenda was. For whatever reason, they want these Peruvian people to be afraid of extraterrestrials that are going to be coming here, and these non-terrestrials that they had working with them, these biological entities or whatever they might be. I think there was a interaction agreement to do this, to scare people.
Yes.
And the true agenda is not of what these particular military officials done down in Peru. Why they chose Peru? Well, Peru has places where there are actual ET bases in the mountains of Peru.
Yeah.
If people look at Peru, if you look at where the Inca was, the Inca civilization, all that, there are portals and things that happen up there in the mountains that can't be explained. Why? Because the space people have bases in different parts of Central and South America, also off the Pacific Rim and also off the Atlantic Rim of South America. There are, deep in the oceans, there are ET bases. I still don't understand why they did this. I think the agenda is,
Like you said, to scare people.
It's based to scare people, to make them think that evil aliens are coming to eat them.
Yes.
And there's somebody on here when this first started. They were very creative, content creator. They made a creation of ET with a dark suit on with red eyes, like they're like evil beings that are coming to get you. And the fact is, that was a lie. The creator was very creative, but the story that they presented through their visual image was not true.
Yes.
And people didn't get eaten up, and there weren't people being, devoured by ETs. It was all a lie. And we called it, right? I just knew it was not right.
Yeah, you absolutely called it because, like you said, we're going to have disclosure, and they want people to fear so that we will be on the government side. Yes, let's get those terrible, awful ETs and non-terrestrial beings. And I'm glad that you're on here and awaken people's consciousness that no, they're not here to do nefarious things. They're here to help us and make us, get us on a higher vibration.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it. I'll fight when I get into a light warrior mode of fighting as a talk show host. It's when I see disinformation on YouTube or anywhere, I will call it out. Misinformation can come from fake CGI videos. The worst thing is when people put in CGI videos on all the social media. These people are very smart. They're very creative, but that needs to stop. The CGI videos that are UFO related with the highest technology, they're being created. They look very real. They need to stop. That's another part of it. It confuses people.
Yes.
YouTube has a lot of fake stuff. The one thing about YouTube that's so crazy on Google YouTube is that when you want to look up a UFO category in a specific country, is so much mixed up stuff. They don't have their technology. They're so advanced on Google. They need to categorize it by date. Excuse me, by date, by month, so people can look up something if it's current for that month. They can't do that if you put on UFO videos in your 2023. You have to go through a whole bunch of stuff to maybe even find one. So YouTube is all messed up still, as far as I'm concerned.
It's a lot of the social media is like exactly what you said, and I also think that there might actually be real footage out there, but we're so ingrained to think that it's not real because of them.
Oh, thank you, Lady Dreamer. I'm feeling better. And if you go to my main channel here and my YouTube channel, all I show is real spaceship videos, whatever it is. And I also select the videos. So I won't show you videos of lower vibrational ET ships. If people take the time to look at my main page, you'll see real stuff there, And also, I would encourage people, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please, we're just getting over cold here. Please subscribe. Sorry for the coughing. Please subscribe. If you want to gift us, we do appreciate gifts. And we haven't had too much of that this morning, but gifting this morning would be great if you can do any gifting with your TikTok gifts. Everybody has a TikTok area for gifts. Whatever you can afford to do in gifts with your TikTok coins, please do it before the end of the show. We'll be on here till about 10:30. So, it's true what we're talking about, Cat Mama. It's just so true with all the stuff going on. They're going to try more and more to, who knows what the DOD is going to do, but our content who believes in disclosure, I'm shy. She's really busy overseas. When she comes on, we're going to have a lot of new information. She hasn't been able to come on because she's overseas doing a lot of work with the DOD. And I guarantee you there'll be a night or whatever when she'll come on, when she has time, and give us more information. But for now, I'm going to provide you with the cosmic truth on this talk show. I download a lot of information in my consciousness, and I know what's going on. So I appreciate you coming on here and confirming what I was saying.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know that you confirmed it, you called it, and I'm gonna drop down because I'm gonna go find it and I'm gonna send it to you, and I'll be listening.
Okay,
Thanks
hey,
so
Cat
much,
Mom,
Cody.
always a pleasure. All
Feel
right,
better
thank you
because
so much.
everyone's sick and it's going around because I'm sick too.
I know it is. Even an ET can get sick on this planet.
All right, take it easy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, Cat Mama. Let's see here. And we'll be on here we got a couple more minutes. If anyone else would like to join us and share some stories, ET related. When I take a picture of my Indian artifacts, arrowheads, tomahawks, I'm just reading people's comments. Can I speak more about the Greys? Yes, Kimberly. Absolutely. And Kimberly was on our show. Grand Rising, thank you for the gift. Kimberly was on our show. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing?
Hi there. I'm great. It's good to hear you in the morning.
Yeah, it's nice to be here for just a little bit. I have to get out of here by 10:30, but it's nice to be here.
Nice. That was interesting because, like I said, I'd shared, a little bit about Bigfoot and the orbs and the alien experiences I've had, which have been super exciting and wonderful. But the original way that I got into knowing about disclosure and was I met a man in at a Bigfoot conference, and he had a documentary going about it's called The Experiencer. It's Eric Mitchell, and he had been abducted and had implants and whatnot. He goes to Stanford and makes all these wonderful speeches about what he's seen, and he's more on the science end of it rather, I believe, than the art end of it. I'm not here to bash him, but when I had visited him in Hot Springs, and you can confirm it, he had a podcast going, and he had mentioned it. When I had visited him, I had an experience with the Greys. They came down. Well, I had a fire going outside, and I saw something drop from the sky. It looked like a deflated balloon, if you will, and it kind of freaked me out. So I went inside, and the brightest white light came into the window. And I look, I'm covering my eyes, and I'm going, oh, please, no. I was a bit terrified. And there were 3 Greys in front of me. And it wasn't a shadow. It was literally just them there coming through the light, If I had it to do all over again, I probably would have talked to them and asked them things, but I was just terrified.
Yeah.
He had checked the camera he had set up for surveillance outside, and then he sent me one picture and then refused to send me the rest of the pictures. Which is, full disclosure. If you want full disclosure, then I feel like you have to be the change you wish to see in the world, right?
Right. That's absolutely true.
And so, but he refused that. So all that the information that I have, other than one picture that he sent me, was that there was an 8-foot outside of his house. And, I just had a feeling that at first I was like, that's so cool. Like, what is it about? That's an experience. Why are you, I didn't feel like he was very excited about it. But he was creating fear instead of well, you've been chosen to do something, right?
Right.
And anyway, I was just kind of confused by all of that. He is a part of the, trying to be with the Pentagon or, on that team or whatever.
Yeah.
And
team with the thing,
I'm confused by it all. That's all.
Yeah.
And the visitation of the Greys,
Yeah. Now, are the Greys, for example, have you had other visitations beyond the Zeta, which people call the Greys, but they're actually Zeta, different type of Zeta?
I've had the encounters that I've had now are they're orbs and Sasquatch and Bigfoot. Well, and I have the little people. I mean,
And local, you've had a variety. For people who know you, you've
yes.
actually had a variety. You've had the orbs, the Sasquatch, the little people. You've had, the Zeta. So you've had various types of interaction. Do you think that you have a portal or what I call a cosmic portal gateway on your property? Because I think you
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely, yeah.
I already know you do, yeah.
And I've over time I have realized that I've been drawn to portals, and putting it all together, things that, and I've moved many times.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, just trying to make it, a understanding about it.
I just want to let you know, Kevin, we're following you. Kevin, can you come on my show tonight at 11? I'm going to be getting out of here in 2 minutes. I'd love to see you pull the picture up and then show us this tonight. Tonight we have our regular late night show. So I'm following you, Kevin. Follow me back. We're going to be on tonight around 11 o'clock for our late night show. So yeah, and I want to have you back on, Kimberly, too. You want to come back on tonight?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Great. So we'll have Kevin on. And anybody who was not on my show the other day, the other night, by all means, we love having guests on here. So just follow us. Everybody follow each other. I'm all about following each other to get everybody up there. And we're going to close the show down. It's about 10:28. And we might be on tomorrow morning. We'll see what it is like during the daytime. I want to thank everyone for being here. I also want to thank Kimberly for coming back on. We'll have more of Kimberly's story, which is fascinating tonight on the late night of encounters. Kevin as well. And anyone else out there, if you've got a story, if you've documented your UFO sightings, had visitations, we definitely want to hear about it. The last thing I'll say is, please, any galaxies out there, we always like to end the show with a galaxy. If you don't understand what that is, if you have what they call TikTok coins, you get enough coins in your TikTok bank, you have gifting that you can do. So you choose a gift for the host, and it can be whatever you want. It could be an umbrella, it could be toast or pizza, it could be a galaxy or a whale going through, or lights that come across the screen. So I'd like to see who's going to be the person with the ability to do gifting. Would like to end the show with gifting that helps support the work I do. So I'll usually mention at the beginning of the show and at the end of the show. So any gifting right now would be great. Kimberly, thank you for being here. We'll have you back on tonight. Hey, take care. So we're going to let Kimberly go. We're almost at the end of our program, and now it's the gifting part for encounters. So anyone who wants to do a gift, if you can't afford to do a gift, I understand that. That's fine. Tammy, thank you for your gift. Chesno, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. So we're just going to watch the screen and see what kind of gifts come through the screen here. Chesno, thank you. We appreciate the gifting so much. Cat Mama, thank you. Susie Q, thank you. And someone's going to surprise me. There's going to be somebody that I wouldn't ever expect is going to throw out a galaxy. There's going to be somebody out there that says, Commander, a galaxy? I think I can do that. I can do that unconditional galaxy thing. I think a galaxy is like 1,000 TikTok coins. I don't keep track of any of that stuff. Being from Mars, it's like the one thing I don't keep track of. Thank you, Hand Heart. The Hand Heart, thank you. Guided by Donna, thank you for the roses. Oh, we love the roses. Thank you. Oh, Miss Kate. Was the one who did it today. Hey, Miss Kate, thank you so much. Whether it's a galaxy or not, roses or galaxies or whatever it is, or nobody or somebody who cannot do it for whatever reason, I just want you to know I love you all for supporting what we do here on TikTok. We are a tribe that is growing and growing on encounters. And so many beautiful people out there, You're just all beautiful people, and just enjoy your night or your day or whatever you're doing. And remember, as I always say on my radio show, keep your eyes to the skies, have your phones charged up. So if you see anything unusual, get off the road if you're driving, get out, hold your camera steady, and record. Document it. All right? Johnny Miller, everybody take care. Julie Trance, Grammy, good seeing you here. Let's see, I'm visiting Grandma Grand's in Air Force Base watching skies. Well, if you see anything, record it. Record it. We want to know. Matter of fact, yeah, we'll catch you all later. Take care, everybody. Peace.